Hello and welcome to Mind, Mood and Food podcast with me, Margaret Bell, anti-diet powered coach and gut health expert, and my partner in crime, Adele Derbyshire.
Hello, I am a yoga teacher and creator of Find Your Inner Sparkle, which is a toolbox, 50 ways to help you to look and feel better from the inside out. Hello and welcome back. We are talking today about polyphenols, which
Yay!
I really don't know what these are. So I'm very interested, as probably all of you, into just understanding what these are. So Margaret, fill us in.
No worries, you pronounced it right, well done.
Yay!
Well, polyphenols, as you know, I'm a gut health expert, so this has a lot to do with gut health. They are natural compounds that occur in many fruits, vegetables, herbs. Chemically, they have multiple phenol rings, which is basically why they're called polyphenols. And a lot of them are potent in antioxidants that protect our tissues against toxins as well. And as I said, they're naturally found in plants, but they actually help keep the plants, keep them strong and viable. So if you think about it that way, the things that help keep the plants strong are going to keep us strong. So when we're eating them, they have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects in the body, and they really pack a punch when it comes to nutrition as well. But I think a few of them possibly might actually surprise you. And polyphenols as well are broken down into different areas. I'll go through what they are. The types of polyphenols, they've been broken down into three major groups. Flavonoids, I don't know whether you've...
Oh, I have heard of them, yeah.
Yay! So they make up of roughly 60% of polyphenols, and they're found mainly in the likes of fruits, especially concentrated in berries, and even dark chocolate.
Ooh, that's good to know. I mean, berries and dark chocolate in one go.
Exactly, perfect. You've got phenolic acids. They're around about 30% of polyphenols and can also be found in fruits, vegetables, seeds, and whole grains. And the classical one is that you can be found in oats, but also chili peppers as well.
Good, like all of those tips. So your overnight oats.
Yeah, exactly.
With your berries.
But I'll go through a few more, but I just want to give you some of the benefits. There's also allergic acid as well, which is another polyphenol which is found in strawberries, and resveratrol in red wine.
I'm just making minion noises. Is it minions? Oh, I'm liking the sound of all these.
But they've been extensively investigated for really numerous health benefits. So they can prevent blood clots. They can lower your blood sugar levels. So I talk a lot about basically having a constant level of sugar, because when we have a constant sugar level, not only does that alleviate quite a lot of stress, it alleviates quite a lot of anxiety, but is also, you know, if you're blood sugar level is on a constant, it's much more easy to focus and concentrate as well.
And that energy level stays high because it's when it's not spiking up and down, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And some polyphenols function as antioxidants as well, and can help protect against harmful free radicals.
Yeah, I've heard about those little menaces. I mean, those are the things that can lead to cancer and things like that, aren't they? So is it like that? If I think of it like a little Pac-Man or a Ghostbuster thing, and it goes round beep beep beep, and they like mop up and hoover up the free radicals.
Exactly. Yeah. Funny to mention Ghostbusters. We watched it last night.
Oh, did you?
We did.
There you go. Like they have the backpack on.
Exactly. So they promote healthy growth of beneficial good bacteria as well. So when you eat them, not only are they actually producing good bacteria, but they actually grow it as well.
Yeah.
So that all helps you aid the digestion process, and some of them as well also promote a healthy brain function. When you think about it, if they're feeding you good bacteria, it's going to help the brain function as well. So all good stuff.
It's really, it's really good to know. It's really useful because I think, you're like, oh yeah, we know that berries and fruit and seeds and nuts and everyone kind of knows the healthy foods versus the ones that are like not doing you any good. But I think knowing some of the why and some of the like what these things are doing, it helps to make that choice when you kind of stood in the kitchen and you're like, do I have this or not? Like I was rushing a little bit early, and if people have been listening to this for a while will know that I'm a fan of my Greek yogurt and my little bits of granola and nuts and things like that. And I'll usually chop up some berries, so it might be strawberries or raspberries or whatever to go on top. And this morning, like I didn't, and they're in the fridge, but I just ate the yogurt with the honey and the granola and stuff because it was easier to put on. And I have linseed, which really helps with my digestive system. I notice a massive difference when I don't have that. It's like this little powdery mix. It's called linseed, and it's got like, I think, goji berries and all sorts of stuff in there anyway. So that I just put a teaspoon of that on. But yeah, I didn't put my berries on. But if you kind of have that in your mind, you're missing out on all those amazing little phenol guys that are going to be going around your system and mopping up all the baddies. Then you're going to like not forget to put that on because it's important. So it's, it's not just, oh, it's a healthy little,
Yeah, I think quite a lot of the time that, we go for the, because it's healthy. But as you say, but why is that going to be good for you?
Let's educate yourself a little bit,
Let's start looking behind this to, why is this actually going to do me any good? And that's
if you can hear that noise. It's my dog in his little cage, and he's got he's got a little donut thing on, and he's crashing around when he turns round, so he's making quite a bit of noise.
There you go.
I think he's actually got his donut off.
Oh, flipping it.
Wait, I'm gonna have to just check out what's going on. 1 second.
No worries. I'll go through some of the actual foods. So you crack on.
Okay.
So the likes of fruits that we can look for in regards to polyphenols would be apples, berries in particular, so blueberries, blackberries, cranberries, raspberries and strawberries. Also the likes of citrus fruit as well, so oranges, grapefruits, lemons, grapes, kiwis, peaches and plums. You probably notice that quite a lot of them are dark in colour, and that's quite a good way of telling that fruit is high in polyphenols when it is darker in colour. it's going to be quite high in polyphenols. So the likes of your berries, the likes of grapes, if you're going to have the likes of grapes, go for the darker ones, and the plums as well. It's quite a good indicator that the darker the fruit, the higher in polyphenols that it's going to be. You're back with it in the room.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just listening to that thinking, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Vegetables, so artichokes, asparagus, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, red onions and spinach. Most of those are quite vigorous in colour. Obviously the cauliflower isn't, but the likes of your artichokes, your asparagus, your broccoli, your carrots, they're quite a high
Because they do
intense
say
colour.
eat a rainbow, don't they?
Yeah. And even legumes as well. So black beans, tofu, lentils, and you've got your flax seeds there as well, almonds and chestnuts. But I'm going to go into a few that you might have possibly not thought. So dark chocolate, which is not chemically processed, ginger, oats, teas as well. Black and green tea are particularly good. But also
black tea as in normal tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the likes of milk. So yeah, definitely black tea. And this is a surprising one, coffee.
Hey,
We've got it
in. Yes, I never thought we'd be getting that into the polyphenols. I've got my cup of coffee. I do have milk in it though.
Well, I think, you know, it's when it comes to tea, it does have the effect, but coffee, yeah, I will say that black coffee is the better option.
Yeah.
But it's the quality of coffee more than anything else. And then you've got another one, which is red wine.
Because I have heard that, you know, before, like a little bit of red wine is good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does have the likes of polyphenols in there. So when it does come to polyphenols, it is a lot to do with the antioxidants in food. It is a lot to do with the good bacteria as well, which I think is the absolute key when we're talking about polyphenols, that the link between them and gut health is really paramount, that they are actually the ones that can create good bacteria, but they do actually feed the good bacteria as well. I've stunned you into science.
Oh, yeah, only because I'm listening intently when I'm learning. I love learning. And again, yeah, I just know that, you know, it's not rocket science to understand certain foods are healthier than others, but I love understanding a bit of like why and what's in these different things. And there'll be various reasons. Obviously, this is just one of them. But yeah, I think just making those choices. I think having a little index of things that you know, a little list that you buy every week, and then just finding different ways of getting them into your diet, whether it be smoothies or salads or soups or whatever it might be, just that the more you can get different ones of these foods in every day,
absolutely,
rather than just, you know, reaching for the convenient foods. Which is, and we're in winter now when this is going out, so just to bear that in mind. When we talk about strawberries, raspberries, salads and nuts and things like that, it's going to be, I think it's going to be going out in December, so or definitely towards mid to end of November. You know, apart from soups, because obviously that's a really good way of when it's cold, of getting these kind of foods into your diet. Stews, I guess, and things.
Absolutely. And I've got obviously I can take some supplements, and when it comes to the likes of polyphenols, there are things that you might want to look out for in supplements. So cacao flavonols. That is really a very, very good polyphenol, because cacao flavonols have been hugely researched and found to promote healthy blood pressure and blood flow to the brain. And obviously
this is
it's
something
found
that I want to get some more of, because I did a cacao ceremony again last week at an event I went to, and it's, you know, you just have this, like, you just need this little bit of it. But to put that, you know, we've just put out a podcast all about self-love. If you've not listened to that one, then go back, and it was the previous one before this. But that, the whole ceremonial aspect around that as well, if you do proper good quality cacao, and you put it in a nice little container and you set an intention before you drink it, there's, you know, there's so much, we could probably do a separate episode about it, but there's so much love and joy that you can put into that process, that on top of the actual goodness from the polyphenols that we're talking about today. You know, you're just giving yourself that real boost.
Also curcumin. So that has 3 active, I can never get this word right, curcuminoids. That's the one.
I love that. What?
Curcuminoids.
Curcuminoids. That sounds like a superhero.
A
little set of superhero robots.
I know. So, and they're all in the turmeric root. So
that's another thing people have. Is it turmeric? Turmeric drinks and turmeric shots and turmeric lattes and all that sort of stuff.
I do have a recipe for turmeric latte in my cookbook.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, which I have behind me somewhere.
But it's established that there's so many powerful antioxidant effects in these are non-flavonoid polyphenols that you find in the turmeric root, and the benefits for anti-inflammatory response. It's, you know, there's so many different clinically proven things out there that as well there's a benefit there for memory and your mood. So with this coming out in the winter months, these are definitely things you can be looking out for.
Like you said, because people are more prone to that seasonal affective disorder in the darker months, November, December. You've still got to get into January and February, obviously, and we've not got that as much of the daylight and the sunshine. So getting this into your diet, into your food, or as well looking at a good quality supplement, like we use the doTERRA supplements. There's a pack called the Lifelong Vitality Pack that's got everything in it. It's just such good quality stuff. It is like the quality that if you go to a nutritionist, they will prescribe. So if you do struggle with, especially in the winter months, you know, you're not eating that as much of the rainbow and getting things into your diet with your salads and things like that, then it's worth thinking about a supplement. Even if you are eating a lot of these foods, you know, like to get the quantity into your system is difficult, isn't it? Like I said about my breakfast, when I have my berries, I do obviously only have not even a handful, it'd probably just be a couple chopped up. So it's getting that quantity in. I'm just going to let the dog out for a wee. Okay. Oh my God, never worked with children and pets.
But there's also we can also consider ginkgo as well, which is.
I'm back. It's so funny walking around with that bloody donut on, crashing into things.
I was just moving on to ginkgo. That's ginkgo flavonols. It's been just a medicinal treasure for thousands of years, and a dietary supplement for over half a century, I think. And that again is a powerful antioxidant, and it is really known to improve circulation, and as well as enhance memory and concentration.
That's really good when you are getting to a certain age. Not that, you know, we are, you know, 21 again and all that. But yeah, you want to look after those like you were saying at the start, polyphenols about they look after the plant structure, and we are just all living creatures. So it's that brain connective tissue and things like that it's important to keep all that healthy, as well as looking after your gut and your digestive system.
And I just mentioned that I think I mentioned green tea before.
Yeah.
But that really does promote blood vessel health and blood flow to the brain.
Really? I don't like green tea. I know I say again, I know it's healthy for you, but I'm like, whoa, it's just so bitter, isn't it?
You might want to try, because I know a few people who don't like green tea, white tea. That's a little bit of an option as well. There is white tea out there,
right,
which is not as bitter and does still have the benefits of green tea, which
I'll have a look.
Which boosts your natural body's defense as well. So all about polyphenols today.
Oh my goodness. The polyphenols, the ginkgos, the curcuminoids.
Those as well.
I feel like we've learned a new language, never mind
anything
else today. These things have got their own language. But yeah, just really good, really helpful to understand why, it's like, oh, we should be eating this, we should be eating that, and all those things can put people off sometimes. It's like, yeah, well, I just like my crisp, or I like my chips, or I like my, those white foods. And I think if you understand what's going on when you have these foods that actually feed your body, as opposed to picking something that's going to do nothing and have no nutritional content whatsoever, like do I pick up a Diet Coke, or do I make myself green tea, or a coffee, or whatever it might be that's on this list. If you just know that difference, because there are a lot of people that just drink fizzy drinks, and they just like, oh, I don't like the taste of water. Knowing what it does for your system. If you're listening to this podcast, you're obviously interested in this subject, you're open to learning all this stuff. So I hope that has given you food for thought, baby.
Yeah, and knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
You're
empowered to make better choices.
Yeah, the more you know of what different food supplements actually do, rather than just eating them or taking them for the sake of taking them.
Yeah.
Gives you more knowledge, gives you more power of taking charge of your own health.
Yeah. And building, I love the way that it's all building on the previous kind of work and episodes that we've done. Like I said, so if you have listened to the self-love podcast, you will want to honor your body, nurture your body, treat it like that Porsche or that Ferrari, and you're going to put stuff into
Porsche 911.
Porsche 911 universe. Porsche 911. In electric blue. So you're gonna want to do that's the Liverpool in you. You're gonna want to take care of that elite vehicle that you are, and be around for a lot longer. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's podcast. Thank you so much to Margaret for all of that knowledge and expertise, and please do subscribe, like, share, do all of the things, and let us know if you're enjoying the podcast, because we are heading towards the end of season 1 and hurtling towards a brand new year. So if you would like us to continue, if you're enjoying the podcast, let us know, and let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. More suggestions the better, please. So thank you very much, Adele, for today. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope people out there have too.
I feel completely empowered now. I'm off to eat some berries and drink some red wine. Thanks, Margaret.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.